NASDAQ futures are currently down about 1%. And unfortunately, to close the month of February, we got a very bearish signal. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing why I am no longer bullish on the NASDAQ for the time being. We're going to talk about the signal that ended up confirming for the month of February now as we head into March. And we're going to talk about why about 80% of the time when this signal happens, the market normally either sits sideways and doesn't do much for 90 days, but in most cases normally corrects between 10 to 15%. Now, the reason that I was very bullish on the market as we were heading into the past couple of months is because our trading strategy and our long-term model was bullish. You can see here that we had an initial entry trigger back here in May of 2025. We had a take profit level hit back here in November, then a re-entry back here in November of 2025 on the pullback. Now, this strategy predominantly goes off of one major indicator as its backbone. And that indicator is the monthly BX trender at the bottom of your screen. Essentially, we want to be going long when this indicator is either increasing red or green. This means that the bull cycle is currently in play. And you'll notice that if we just go back and take a look, that when we have this monthly BX trender showing green, normally buying on the pullbacks and selling on the breakouts is one of the best ways to make a consistent profit. And when the opposite is happening, it's currently red and we are trending down, this is normally when the market is going to be in a bear mode and not the time to go long. If we turn on the long-term model, you're going to see that about 63% of the time, this current setup for NQQ or TQQ or QQQ is going to continue to break out to the upside. And that's why after months of compression, I was expecting a breakout to all-time highs. However, as of March 1st, the monthly BX trender now has closed dark red, which means as of tomorrow, going into a new month, this long-term model will close out its bullish thesis. And you will see that now we will expect a pullback. But from where the initial entry was to where we are currently trading is about a 14% move to the upside. So the model was correct overall, but did not break out as long as initially anticipated. And now, would I love for the market to bounce? Do I hope that I am wrong in this analysis? Of course, right? I make no money when the market goes down. I do not short. I've talked about this in the past as to why, but this is not good for me for the market to go down. That said, I have to stick to my system. I have to follow my strategy. I cannot control the market. I can't control proxy wars. I can't control tariffs. I can't control what the Fed is going to do. The only thing I can control are my entry and exit requirements. And if my model, both of them, are telling me that this is no longer an entry, I'm going to listen to it. And if the market ends up bouncing and I'm wrong, so be it. It's not the end of the world. I've been wrong plenty of times before. I will be wrong again in the future. But now that this bearish signal is in the market, let's go back and look historically at what tends to happen when the monthly BX shows red. If we go back here into the month of March last year for 2025, after the monthly BX confirmed red, price sold off about 16% or corrected about 16% to the downside. You will see back here, if we take a look at 2022, the market entered a bear market and sold off about 27%. If we go back, the last time before that was COVID, where the market pulled back about 20%. Before that was the correction in 2018, where the market pulled back about 17%. And then if we go back even further, you're going to see 2016 and 2015, where the market either corrected or sat sideways for a very long time, which, let's be honest, is not ideal no matter how you slice it. Even in these situations where the market actually bounced as soon as that happened, it didn't really go that far. Price normally sat sideways for multiple months before finally breaking out, and that is not something I want to trade. I want to be trading these types of breakouts. I want to be trading when there's huge strength in the market, there's a ton of buying pressure, and we're breaking out to the upside. I do not want to be holding sideways consolidations, or more importantly, holding into massive sell-offs. And so that's why I will be removing my TQQQ position that I held in my private fund, and I will be removing any bullish thesis on QQQ for the time being. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting a massive market crash. As you guys know, I'm not a doom and gloomer. About 90% of the time, the market goes up, but we do need to be honest here, right? In most cases, when we end up breaking key support and when this monthly BX closes red, we tend to continue to sell off into the monthly bias. You'll see last time here in March and April, price sold off into that bias. Back here in 2022, price sold off into that bias. 2020, price sold off into that bias. 2018, price sold off into the bias. And even dating back into 2016 and 2014, price normally sold off into that bias. So my worst case scenario here for QQQ in the next 3, 6, maybe 9 months, if we stretched out into a bear market, which I don't think is going to happen, is realistically a pullback down to probably $530, which is a 13% from here to the downside, and absolute worst case down to $500, which would be about 15 to 16% correction from where we currently are. Now, I'm not going to be grabbing puts, right? One of the main reasons that I do not short the market is very simply because I am always going to lose money when the trend shifts, right? So if I'm going long in this massive bull cycle, I am going to make money here. I'm going to make money here. I'm going to make money here. I'm going to make money here. And then ultimately I will lose money when the trend shifts to the downside. Now that's okay because I'm going to get paid 1, 2, 3, 4 times and then lose on the 5th time. The problem is you'll notice that besides 2022, most of the time it's one sell off to the downside followed by a massive breakout. One sell off to the downside followed by a massive breakout. So if I'm going to short, it normally means that I'm not going to get enough wins before the trend reverses. So instead, what I like to do is when the market is selling off, just chill, right? Just sit back, wait to see if price pulls back, and then I get to go long. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that we were buying the market heavily last year inside of the monthly bias, and that's basically what I'm planning on doing this year. If you guys want to get access to all the indicators that we used in today's videos, the link to all of them as well as our entire trading strategy is completely for free down in the course library. They're all in sequential order and they are truly free. We're not going to email you, message you. You're not going to put a credit card in the last moment. It's just our way of saying thank you for all of the support.